So let's get started. Hopefully we'll be in a good position. We're going to start off with good communication with your partner. That communication will have to grow over time. So by the end, you'll definitely need to communicate a lot with your partner. So it's a little bit of ease into it kind of thing. If you feel a little bit uncomfortable with your partner, hopefully not. But we're here to have fun and just enjoy our isolation. Maybe that's why there's not a huge amount of people, because people are a little tired of being with one another under these circumstances. But we're not, so we like to celebrate. So we're going to start on the ground. We're going to face each other. And there's two options here. Phil and I actually learned a little bit about this in a relationship. It was a relationship 3-day course that we did on Wolf Island. So for the girls, you can sit cross-legged, knee to knee, or you can slide through really close. And there's a special handshake that we do. It's not really a handshake, but it's a hand grip. And if you see Phil, he's got index and 3 fingers, and then I do my bang bang gun, so my finger and my thumb. And I take this across, so I'm doing an X, and then I do the other one, thumb and index finger, and I pull through. We sit up straight. And I guess the challenge for some people is to stare into your partner's eyes. And we're going to breathe, straight spine, connect to breath. And we're going to do this for about a minute. And see if you can hold that gaze into your partner's eyes. And you may laugh and you may chuckle. And you may wonder what you're looking at, or you may not. So there'll be emotions and feelings and sensations, and breathe through those. Just take some deep breaths. And this is really good to connect to your partner. Some people are afraid to do this, eye contact, so it's a little bit of an icebreaker for you and your partner. And you can do this anytime. You don't have to do it just in partner yoga with wine. You can do this anytime that you need to connect with your partner. So if you find that there's tension in the relationship, find a quiet space and simply sit in stillness. Okay, so we're going to release our right hand. Now we're going to place it on our partner's heart space. And feel your chest rising and falling in your partner. So breathe in so deep that you're feeling the chest rise and fall and acknowledging your partner's rhythm of breath. And give yourself the permission to be here in this space, sharing it with someone who's important to you, who's very meaningful in your world, supports you, and is there for you. So this is a time to show some appreciation and some gratitude. There's a saying that we learned on our retreat that we did, our relationship retreat. And one of the phrases there's 3 sort of phrases. It says, I see you, I adore you, and I love you. So those are the things sometimes that we repeat. By the end, after we, fall over each other and get out of it, you may not really think those words, but hopefully you will by the end. Okay, perfect. So our first pose actually is going to be, so if you were intertwined, scoot back. Now we're going to sit cross-legged. If you have a hard time sitting cross-legged, there's no harm in coming with your feet together. Just get into comfortable space. We're going to grab, and this is almost like a cat-cow for all of you girls that have done yoga before. I'm going to actually let Phil go, and he's going to roll his chin in, and he's going to scooch out his spine. and I'm going to support him and come a little forward. So he rolls back. So there's a little bit of trust development here. So he rolls back, and then his spine sits up straight, and then I roll through. His arms lengthen. I roll my tailbone under, and it's kind of like we're rocking back and forth. When he goes back, try to straighten out the arms. I don't hear any plunking yet. See, this is a little bit of communication. So then you exhale, and you just start to say to your partner, let me go a little bit more, or don't let me go as far. So those are things that you want to kind of suggest to your partner. Maybe you want to pause a little bit more. So you say to your partner, oh, hold it right there, right? So you want to go back and further, hold it, hold it. Good. And we'll go one more each side. Good. And then coming up. And then exhale. This is my last one here. I'm going to say, let me go a little further, round out. And then coming up. Beautiful. Take your arms down by the side. We're going to take a deep breath in up. And then palms to heart space. Beautiful. See? That's not so hard, is it? So far, so good. I have these little things numbered here. So now we're going to turn around. Following through, we practiced this a little bit this afternoon. So Phil's going to extend his legs out. Maybe have a little bit of a softness, because typically guys, they tend to have shorter and firmer hamstrings. For me, I'm going to take my soles of my feet together. Phil's going to do a forward fold. I'm going to just follow his lead and connect. As he's going forward there, I need to kind of tuck in so I'm really closely connected. And then I let my head go. My arms are out to the side. And then Phil can actually search for my arms. I tuck my arms underneath. So see, I think of people like Ruth, this is going to be really good for your shoulders. And then Phil can actually extend my arms, and I have to say, okay, that's enough, that's far enough. So make sure you give your partner enough notice. And then for the girls, you can actually just roll your head to one side. And just allow your ear to sink toward your partner's shoulder blades. And then we just sort of marinate here for a moment. And then we come over to the other side. And I always find that I'm a little more flexible with my neck on one side compared to the other. Nice work. And then come up to center. Girls, you can tuck your chin in, come up to a seated position more so, and then we're going to switch sides. So now the girls get to extend their legs out. The guys can butterfly their legs so the soles of your feet come together. And make sure you have your feet away from you a little bit. And then as I come forward, so sometimes, your partner has to tuck their bum up toward yours. And just allow the weight of your partner to embrace. And then you can take your partner's arm. Make sure that the arms are a little bit lower, not too high. And then I intertwine my forearms and I apply gentle pressure. Make sure you take some beautiful deep breaths here. So you're breathing nice and deeply. And just savoring the pose. Savoring the pose. Nice. We have 2 more breaths here, and then the guys, you can take your head one direction and feel the stretching through the neck. Breathe. So it's really important. I know that the girls that have been doing the classes, they kind of got the breathing down right, but for you guys, it's so important to take some really nice deep breaths. Good. Now just help your partner up, sitting up nice and tall and strong, and because we're in this position here, we're going to come into a spinal twist. So get comfy. Again, you can sit cross-legged if you wish. Your legs are yours. So we're going to come out into a star. I'm going to keep my legs extended and I'm going to wrap around. And then we're going to revolve to the one side. Try to stay grounded with your hip bones connected to the floor. Grab a breath as you come, inhale, and then exhale to the other side. Good. And again, inhale. And then exhale. Good. Inhale. And then exhale. And then we're going to advance this twist. So dropping down. We're going to pull our knees in so feet are flat down. Okay? Come to a seated cross-legged. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach up. And then as I wrap around, Phil's going to stay right there. I'm going to search for his knee. Right? So I'm going to go underneath of his arm, search for his knee. And then he's going to twist actually the other way. He's going to search for my knee on my left side. Okay? Then I take my left hand on my right knee. So I'm using his knee. And we're kind of pushing and pulling like a torque, kind of, right? Make sure you're exhaling. So this is a deeper spinal twist than the one that we just did. So a little bit of warm up. Okay. Good. And then unravel. Take your hands around to your partner's knee. Your opposite arm on the knee. And then use that knee to open up your heart a little bit more. Okay. Nice. And then we're going to unravel. Okay, coming on to all fours, we're going to do another. Are you thirsty?
I'm thirsty.
Thirsty. Hey, cheers. Lots of cheers. Have your kombucha, have your wine. Cheers. We're going to be nice and limber by the time you're done. So this one, we're going to face each other. A little bit of distance though. Good. So Phil's going to lean back. I can hinge. Up. And then I lean back. And then we're both going to lean back. Okay? So Phil leans back, so that was a little test. Make sure you got a good grip. We're just going to lean back. Good. A little bit of back extension here, and then coming forward. So use those arms to pull yourself forward, and then we're going to go back again. Squeeze the glutes, and then come forward. Come up to your full fold, so you're right here. Yeah, good. And we'll do one more. Go back. Don't be shy. Go. There it is. Yay. And then coming forward. Palms to palm. We're going to go out to the side. We're going to inhale up. Reach. And then exhale down. So you can press into your partner's hands. So there's some integrity there at your palms. So we're going to reach up. Lock in the core. So these are like activations. So you're pushing into your palms. Your core is locked in nice and tight. Especially when you're wrapping around. You're pressing into your partner's partners into you. Feel the core. You should. Okay, thanks. Okay, last one. Okay. So we're gonna let our puppy go because he's barking. Anyway, I know everyone, we're just here to have some fun. So he'll probably join in, but this is how it's meant to be. So from here, we're gonna come up into our standing position. I want my palm to rest on his forearm. Your stance is going to be hip distance or wider. So if I'm pushing into Phil's right hand with my right hand, so we're diagonal across, we come into our little imaginary chair. My opposite arm, I'm going to look away, so Phil's going to look away. So make sure you load into your heels. So I'm pushing into his palm, and then we switch sides. And now we're going to have our knees facing one another. So as you come into center, take a look at your partner's knees, because I don't want the knees to be sinking in the hips. No. So sit down into it. And if I'm front loaded, it's easier to do it. That's why I take a seat back, right? Perfect. And then we switch. So press into your forearm. Press into forearm. Good. So feel the core. Don't hold your breath either. Who's the stronger one now? Yeah, and have fun with it. You know, it's not so, yes. Push. Push. And then we'll do one more each side. Perfect. All right, take a deep breath in. Connect to your partner like a teepee. Lean into your partner right here. So beautiful long stretch. Good. Trust. Again, it's your teepee. And see, we have an advantage because we're similar in height. If you don't have that similarity in height, you have to adjust. And again, there's a trust thing. How far back can you go? And then you can also challenge your shoulders here by taking your index fingers out to the side, not very far. But again, both people, you have to communicate. So there's that communication. Go, no, that's my shoulders are not happy, don't do that. Or come back up and go, yeah, that's happy. That's my happy place. Or your non-happy place, no, up. One more. And then up. Okay, now this next move, there's going to be some explaining that we have to do because the guys may not know what Warrior 2 is. So we'll demonstrate what Warrior 2 is, an extended warrior, and then we'll go from there. So Phil's going to stand behind me. We're going to do Warrior 2. And we're going to lead with my left leg. So my left leg is going to be sent to the left, and my left toes are going to be facing the side of our wall. My back leg now is going to step way, way back. I'm going to sink into my left leg. My arms are extended. So this is Warrior 2. Your hips are open. Okay, most of you girls know what this is, but for the purpose of the guys, I think it's a good time to review. When we say extended warrior, we actually go out and we extend, and then we're going to straighten the leg, and then we come down into a triangle. See, so I'm creating triangles. This is probably challenging. We're going to bend into the leg, okay? And then we're going to come back up. Face the front. We're going to do the same to the other side. Okay, so now I tip my right foot towards the ball, and I sink into my Warrior 2 on this side. So my back leg is straight, my foot's connected, I'm strong in my core. Make sure your knee tracks properly. So you take your time, right? So your bones are stacked one on top, and remember they extended. So all you do is you reach, reach, reach more for the wall. Perfect. And then we come and we drift that arm down so you can straighten the leg and then dip down, okay? So come back up into your warrior right here. The guys are going to stay here in the warrior, okay? So you guys stay right here. Girls that are in front, you're going to now pivot the other way. Okay, I said stay that way, yes, and I'm going this way. All right, now everyone is going to extend. So Phil's going to extend away from me, and then I pivot, keeping low. Now I reach through with my hand, and he reaches through. So now we created a bind, see? So we're holding hands underneath. So bend your leg enough. So it's like doing Twister. Remember that day when you had to do Twister? This is kind of the same thing. So that was a game that developed for us to be practiced then, so we could be here today. All right, so now we can let go of your hand. If you need to, you can grab hold of the floor or use your cord to come up. Perfect. Now the girls, you're going the opposite way. The guys are going to go the other way. All right, so you're just doing opposite. You're going to reach, 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 reach. Right? Find the floor or close to it. You can look through, find your partner's hand, reach through. Your partner gets, yes, that's good. That's awesome. Beautiful. Nice. And then now let's let go of this hand. Coming up, and you can use your knee to come up onto. Let's do that one more time each, okay? Just in case you didn't quite get it. Okay, so toes pointed out. Pivot that back foot. And I mean, if you need to sort of take your partner and say, no, do this, put your foot here, by all means, communicate. See that communication, that's the word of the day is communication. All right, now reach. We reach to get the hip out of the way a little bit, and then thread through, find your partner's arm, and hand and fingers, hopefully you can reach. Good, and I want to hear how you guys are making out, how you guys did. So make sure you send me a note. But what was your favorite pose? Which did you like the most? All right, and then release. Coming back up. One last time to the side. So pivot. We're going to go the other way. So his foot's going to go that direction. Reach. Here we go. Then I come through and we search for our hands. Perfect. Yeah. There we go. We hit thumbs. When my thumb hit your thigh. That's what happens. All right, and then release. Coming back up. Perfect. And then we're going to come in. We're going to do a couple of balance poses now. Okay. So this is fun. You're going to go side to side with your partner. So we're going to do tree pose. But I'm going to have my partner here as my tree. So I'm going to grab hold of his shoulder, and he can just wrap his arms around wherever he feels comfortable. But, yeah. Oh, right here, honey. Okay, so outside leg. Outside leg. Going to take, so you have to find a sweet spot. We're going to go right here. Hopefully you can see that. Don't do that. Now our palm is going to come here, palm to palm. So when we balance, we stare at something ahead. Right? Now we can play a little bit here. We can actually take our fingers to one direction, our palms pressing in, pressing the other way, or we can venture up and down. So venture up and press into your partner's hand, and then back down. And then push maybe to the one side. It's like dancing. Who's leading? Who's not leading? Who's the leader here? And up. When we started taking our dancing lessons, I tended to be the leader. Go figure. Hey, oh, see? You led that one. And let me know if you topple over. Okay, one more breath. We're going to switch to the other side. Perfect. Now I'm going to go on the other side. Same thing. You can play. Find your sweet spot, as I say. Take my bottom of my foot into my calf. And then our hands connect into the center. Here we are. Nice. Challenge by moving the hands around a wee bit. So venture up. How high can you go? Down. Oh, we're losing connection. And over to one side. Perfect. I find this side a little bit easier. I don't know about you, but I find this a little easier. Yay. Perfect. And then down to the center. Good job. Take that foot down. See, maybe we should have had more wine before we had more poses. Yay! I don't know which class is yours, which is mine, but at this point it doesn't really matter. Right? So cheers, happy Friday, happy balancing. We have one more balance pose to do. We're going to face one another. He's going to step away so that we are fingertip to fingertip. Good. Okay, so I'm going to lift up my right hand, as is Phil. No, his left hand, so he's mirroring me. with my opposite hand, I have it down to the side, and I'm going to grab hold of my foot, and I push into my top of my foot, and as I come forward, I have him to support and balance, maybe. I'm going to kick in, so this is a dancer's pose. Kick into your palm. Good, and then coming up. How was that? Was that good? Other side. You can start off, this side, let's start off by pushing in so we have the stability. Now it's the outside leg. We kick in and then press into the palm. Make sure you're breathing. No tickling to cheat with your partner. And then you kick in, create like a bow and an arrow here. Woo! Nice. Well done. Good. Let's take a deep breath in up. And then exhale, fall forward, connect, flat back here. And then release all the way to the ground. And then come up halfway, palms pressing. So Phil's going to press fully. I pull in, and then I push his hands, and his elbows drift toward his hips. So a little bit of resistance forward and back here. Good. Forward and back. Are we communicating? Hopefully. One, whether we can alternate one and the other. Thank you. One and the other. Good. And then come into center. All the way up. Inhale. And then exhale down to the side. Perfect. Now we're going to go back to back. A little bit of leg work. This is where it gets kind of fun, right? So these next couple of moves is going to be a little bit challenging. So we need some strength here. So we're going to tippy away our heels, but stay connected. You probably know what's coming. We're coming into our little chair. So my thighs are parallel to the ground, right? So my arms are out, and I interlace with Phil's. Good. And then we're going to press up, so up, and then exhale, sinking down. There you go, push up, and then exhale down. And just be thankful we're not doing single legs today. Ooh, can you imagine? Yes. So see, tailbones connected, push in, and then back down. Nice. Keep that constant pressure. So you have to find both of you together where that is. Good. Press in. Two more. There we go. My favorite saying. Two more. Push in, push in. And then last one. Down we go. Venture, venture down. Good. Come up about halfway. Take your feet a little bit wider. Arms go out to the side. And then we're going to tip laterally to the side. And then come back up to center, pause. And then to the side. Are your quads talking to you about now? Yes. Boom. Up. And then down, center, push in and up. Good. Woo-hoo. Good. And then from here, we're going to inhale up. And then exhale, forward fold. Oh. Find your space. These are called bumsies. Some of you know I've done boomsies before, but these are bumsies. And then halfway lift. And then exhale down. And then come all the way up. Feel the love there. Right? Do that one more time. Inhale up. Depends on whose bum is higher. My bum is higher than Phil, see? So it tends to work out really well. His bum is hot right now. I can feel the heat from him. Woo! Rub it, baby, rub it. Up we go. And then back down. Lift it up. Yay! You're going to need that breath for energy. So this is going to be, we're going to play a little bit with So if you have shoulder issues, you may want to be a little cautious. We'll kind of just play and see where this evolves. So again, so this afternoon, Phil and I were playing with this, and sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't. Okay? So Phil's going to go down onto the ground on all fours. So we'll try it on all fours first. See how far we get. We did play with going down onto forearms, but you may want to watch first and see, and then we'll play with it. Okay? So what I'm going to get Phil to do is actually scoot back a little bit towards, yeah, so you have more room up here. Okay, so this is how this move kind of works and operates. So I take my left hand on his shoulder, and then I take, I'm already going, oh no, I don't think so, but just wait. Okay, so here I am. Now, I have my other leg really close to him. So my right leg is really close to Phil. Then I take my hands on the floor about a foot in front of his. So out I go, and then I pop up. Okay? So my knees are here. Now Phil's going to go into child's pose. If he goes into child's pose, and look what happens. I get to do my plank. And then Phil comes up into his tabletop, and if he doesn't like me right now, well then it's like, oh no, he can make me stay in that position. But this is actually okay. But if you have shoulder issues, you have to be careful. So Phil's going to go back into child's pose. See, hinge, and then back up. So give that a whirl. Okay? We'll do one more. And then up. See, now he can make a mistake during this plank, and I go, no. And then I have to roll off and fall off. Okay? So let's all do this together, and then see, you can just sit like this when you're done. So let's try with all of you out there. Again, you're going to take it up here. And again, this could be your favorite move of the day. And then we're going to go up. Right? So get that knee up. As soon as that knee is on there, search for the floor. You're going to go, just take your hands directly in front of your partners, about a foot or so. Okay? You can look down at your partner, test it out. And then again, Phil's going to go into child's pose, and I do the plank. And you can do the plank and then come back up. So you have to choose who's going to be on top and who's going to be on bottom. This is where you have to really communicate with your partner. See, up high, and then back down low. So you guys can play around with that. Make sure you're in the right position, and then we'll show you a modification of this. So if this is not really suited for your shoulders, etc., then not. So we'll show you now the modification. So coming up, so we played with this to go down into forearms. For myself personally, this was a little more awkward for me. That just could be me, but we're going to try it. So again, I come onto, my knee is onto his shoulder blade, and instead of our hands, we're now onto a modified forearm. So I come up into my all fours, and then I come down. So see, now Phil's going to go into child's pose, and now I'm into my modified plank. And then he hinges up. Good. And then, okay. Plank now? Well, I have to come up too. If you do a plank, it's going to destroy me. Okay. Okay? You got that? And then come off, I straddle, and then I sit wherever I want to sit. So now you can test to see if you want to switch places. So now, we didn't actually practice this, but I'm going to go on to all fours, and then Phil is going to, do his magic. All right? So here we go. So his knees should be up near my shoulder blades. It feels like his knees are down by my rib cage. You're gonna be up, closer to my shoulder blades. Okay, you okay? All right, and then we sink back. And then I come forward. Good. Tip to the side. Oh, you're doing push-ups. Don't be showing off. Don't be showing off now. Hands back. And then come forward. Good. And then back you go. And then back up. All right. Perfect. And then he can, oh, you want to go into down dog? Or I mean to child's pose here? Is that easier to get off now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. And see, you didn't sit on me like I sat on you.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. Now we can actually take that a step further because then I can walk. Okay, so this is totally optional. If you bend that off and you did that quite well, this is the next evolution. Again, we demo, and then we'll give you guys something to practice and play with. Maybe throughout the weekend, you can actually practice this if you want to. So what I'm going to do is put my feet closer down onto the tops of his hips. So I was saying, position is power. I get on the same kind of way where I take my knee up close to the tops of the shoulders, and then pop up. And then from here, I tuck my toes under, and then elbows into a down dog. And then I come up straight leg. And I have to make sure I look towards my toes. And then he drops back down into his tabletop position. And I drop my knees. So my knees kind of mimic his. Okay? And then he goes into his down dog. And then I extend. So it's like doing a handstand, and I'm supported actually with his lower back and top hips. And then he'll do one more. So it does require some shoulder strength, obviously. So maybe the guys want to be on top, and the girls want to be on the bottom. Okay, and then you can sort of play around. So how he moves, I just kind of follow. Good. Boom, boom. Yay! So play around with that. See if you can challenge. And hopefully you weren't just sort of sipping your wine and watching it be an entertainment program, right? That you were actually playing and trying to do those moves as well. So we saved those last couple of moves as like the hardest, the most challenging moves that we could think of for our audience. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And we're going to come down into our partner Shavasana, and how we started is how we're going to end. Okay, Phil wants to do a left leg. Yes. Oh, okay. Sorry, one more thing. So he's going to go on his back. This is probably scary for some people, but we did it actually earlier today. Okay, so you probably know what's going to happen now. Phil's going to put his foot here and right at the crease. Okay? I bend my knees. I search for his hands. Now, I like to actually cup it so that my thumb and my finger, I try not to interlace those fingers, right? So I take it, bang, bang, thumb into thumb, finger. And again, position is power, so then I come up onto my tippy toes and I lean into his arms. And then I help him out a little bit by lifting one leg and then the other. And here we are, flying. Yes. And it depends on the position of the legs. You'll find your sweet spot. I'm sure all of you are flying up there too, right? And then we'll be interested to see what girls. I actually did this with Phil earlier, right? And then you can do a little push-up. So I come up, and then push down. There we go. Now, come all the way up and then down. And then I could actually let go of my hands and see how this goes. Good. Woo. I'm going to drop my feet down. I have the floor here for stability too. We good? Mm-hmm. Okay. And back up I am. All right, so I didn't expect to do this move, but yeah, it was fun.
You want it to be now? Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Phil's all over this. He wants me now to be on the bottom and I'll go on the top. Woo! So you may want to take a drink, maybe not. I'll have one. Okay, so here it is, my turn. He's up for it. You have to make sure where you place your feet. It's very important. Very, very important. So be careful here. Okay? And again, thumb, finger. Put your feet up. You're going to lift your feet up. Yeah. There we go. Yay! Can you lift your legs up? So see, it's a matter of, all I did is I shifted the weight a little closer towards my head. Yeah, that's good. And then extend. Is everybody playing out there into the world? The world and being... There we go. So now my elbows are bent, the back of my arms are resting on the floor. And this is a form of inversion. So inversions are really, really good for your brain, massages your adrenals. What are we doing? Okay. He's playing now. Landing. Good. Up we go. All right, so hopefully you had fun doing your partner. Now, I just wanted to get some feedback from all you. See which ones. Did you actually do them all? Which one was your favorite? But I wanted to end and how we were that. I think that's a good way to conclude, to be kind of in a very calm place. Down we go.
They're doing Shavasana.
Of course, he knows Shavasana. It's his favorite pose. Right?
Shavasana.
I put my hand on heart on hand. So now we're going to...
Shavasana at the end.
Yes. Well, this is our little form of Shavasana right here. If you want to lie down, you can lie down, one person on top, the bottom, whatever you like. Okay, so now we're just going to grab our hand here. And again, I take my thumb and finger, holding on into the center. Close your eyes, tall spine. Start to connect to your breath. So big breaths in and out. And the first thing I'd like to do is to invite calmness throughout your whole entire body. And with that calmness comes gratitude. So during these interesting times, try to spin this to your advantage. Think of the extra time that's on your hands to spend, the things you need and want to do. It's all in how you look at it. So try to be positive and not negative. And give the earth the permission, the time to heal and reconnect. Just admire a sense of softness that's cascading on your whole entire body. So your scalp is melting down away from the sky, softening around your forehead, your eye sockets, and your jaw. Can you soften more around your eyes, nose, and mouth a little bit more? On your next exhale, soften your throat and neck. Allow those shoulders to melt away from your ears. And the space around your heart that is now being comforted, allow it to blossom. Filling that space with love and passion and a sense of gratitude. Your legs are heavier. Help your legs just start to melt outwardly. And be mindful of your breath. If you need to, open your lips a little bit and let out anything that needs to be released. Do that now. Feel the belly rising and falling, expanding and contracting. Really connect to your inner self. Good. One more big breath in. And exhale. And then open up your eyes, looking at your partner. We're going to take our hands down by the side. We're going to take a deep breath in up. And then as you exhale, I'm going to shift forward and give my partner a hug and say thank you for coming out and sharing this wonderful time together. Hey, so thank you everyone for coming out and sharing. Big hug. See, because we need our hugs, right? Yes, and here he comes. He wants to be part of it. He's jealous sometimes. He's jealous. So give yourselves a hand. Thank you for coming out and playing with us and discovering more about your relationship. So happy Friday, happy Good Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And any feedback that you want to share, by all means. And you can join me on Sunday for 10 o'clock for yoga. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Have an awesome, yes. Take care.